We got a very special guest in the building.
Special. We've been waiting for this one for a long time.
It's almost like we know her.
In a way, she kind of looks familiar, huh?
a little bit.
Yeah.
We have Marissa, the veterinary technician, here today.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Marissa. So we've been talking about this one for a minute, right?
Oh, wow.
So
It's hard to
explain.
get you on.
It was actually, yeah. Let's talk about how difficult, we had to work around her schedule. So Missa, what is it that you do exactly?
No.
I mean, not a lot of people might know what veterinary technician is.
What the fuck?
Sorry. I get nervous.
Okay, get the fucking giggles out.
Okay, so I mean,
Yo. Okay.
I'm sorry. I just feel so pressured right now.
The cameras.
Hey, these cameras.
These
and
cameras
mic
aren't
ain't
even here. These cameras aren't even here. We're just having a conversation with. Also, by the way, people, in case they didn't know, Marissa is our sister.
Yeah.
So just pretend as if the cameras aren't even there. You're just having a conversation with your brothers, and your cousin David.
Cousin, yeah.
So I guess every clinic would. What was the question?
What do you do?
Yeah. What do you do? I guess going more in depth about what a veterinary technician does.
So right now at my clinic, because I did start at a new clinic.
Okay.
Sorry, you're gonna make me laugh.
It's gonna be a long one, guys.
Sorry.
We're gonna run on 50 minutes, guys.
Okay.
Mike, you don't have fan on. I'm hot.
No, it's too late for that,
No,
dude.
it's not.
Are we putting all this in the podcast?
Yes, yeah. This is funny as hell.
This is funny as fuck.
Oh my God.
What is it that you do, Marissa?
Okay, so my description of a veterinary technician at my clinic is I don't really know how to explain it.
What do you do? Like you work
What
with
do you
animals?
What do you do? Yeah.
So
Is there an equivalent
I guess
of a
like
doctor
I need
there?
I guess I need I don't know, just I hate being asked these kinds of questions, so I just need it broken down
Can you is there a doctor there?
Yeah, we have 2 doctors.
And you work with the doctors?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what do the doctors usually have you do?
So I normally
You do pet prep?
What exactly do you think a pet prep is?
Get them ready to get operated on?
I used to, but the clinic that I'm at right now, I don't deal with surgery. My main department right now is just the rooms, and basically focusing on yearlies and sick pets and stuff. So say
Yearlies?
yeah, so yearly vaccines.
Oh, okay.
So you were just bringing Nikos in for some
a
vaccines.
rabies shot or something.
Yeah, a rabies shot and nail trim. I don't know, anything along those lines.
That's yearly?
No.
A nail trim?
No, it's not.
But
say you're oh, I want a rabies vaccine and a nail trim along with it,
Okay. Well, what do you mean by rooms?
So each technician is assigned to a room, and then we have an assistant that assists us.
No shit.
Yeah.
So you got an assistant.
Yeah.
Do you hate her?
No. It's not like we have a certain
Is there one that you prefer?
Oh yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, you don't have to say names, by the way. You don't have to say names.
Her name's Emily.
Okay, well,
All right, shout out Emily. There you go.
Shout out Emily, by the way. Appreciate you, Emily, for being a real one.
I love everyone there, but I guess because me and her, she's been assisting me for a while. She just already knows my routine and everything.
Okay, but is the assistant also a veterinary technician?
No, she just started out.
Oh shit. Okay, so kind of
so-
what you did back, because back what you did at the first clinic you worked at, kind of, right?
Yeah, at Animal Clinic of LaPorte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so how many clinics or animal shelters, whatever it is, how many have you worked at? It's not animal shelter. It's animal clinics.
It's clinics.
Okay.
Clinics.
Don't be afraid to correct me if I'm wrong.
Like 5?
No, 4.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Dang, I didn't even know that. I thought it was just 2.
That's experience right there.
Yeah.
And would you say you did something different at every single one, or for the most part you do?
It was all the same.
Yeah, was it all the same, generally the same stuff?
No, so whenever I first started, I started in 2016.
Right after high school?
Yeah, I literally remember I only got like a week off of school, like after I graduated, after we graduated, and then I went straight into working, and then it was.
Oh damn.
I mean, like we worked regular hours before, I guess we can say, but we were not used to working from like 7 to 7. You know?
Yeah, like a whole 12 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, we were not used to working those hours, so those were the hours that I was going into working.
And would you say it was rough, or did you kind of like what you were doing to the point that it didn't even feel like work?
It wasn't really rough at that time because whenever I applied, I was a receptionist because they didn't have any open positions for the back. The only reason why I got a position in the back was because one of the girls was leaving and she was going off to vet school. So they offered me the position in the back and they were like, hey, she's leaving. Do you want to try to work with animals? Like, do you want to be a kennel technician and then basically work your way up to a technician? Yeah. Which is what I'm doing now.
And they call it...
What's after a kennel technician?
And they call it a vet tech, right?
Yeah. So...
I think it's a... oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So it's a kennel technician... a veterinary assistant, and then
a vet tech.
Yeah, a vet tech.
Okay.
And then a doctor, right?
Yeah, but like some clinics, like if you get really lucky, I'm gonna use Michelle as an example. She basically like started out in kennels, was really really good, and then literally went to like technician within like probably like months.
Oh wow!
And if you find like a really good hospital that is on top of their training like they say they are, and you know what I mean, like those places that you work for, oh yeah, you'll get your raise like next month, you know,
and you never get
it, you're waiting like years. Yeah, Michelle didn't have to do that.
That's great.
So Matt, you want to add anything or no? Because I have one to ask right now.
I'll let you ask that first.
What age did you know that you wanted to start working with animals?
Hey, can I put up the picture of you with the Tuffy?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a cute one, by the way.
Right here.
Oh, look at her. Look. Oh, she's so cute.
I don't know. I guess just growing up, like I always.
Because I remember from a young age, you said you wanted to be like a vet. I specifically remember that.
I always wanted to be a veterinarian.
And you're probably the only one out of like us 4 that is actually doing what they want to do, which is fucking cool as fuck, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So I always said like I want.
But do you remember what age though?
No, I can't go back and.
Okay,
I'm sure
can you
Mom
give me
could tell you
a general idea?
Like 5, 6.
I don't know.
12, 10, 11.
I don't know. Maybe
I
think I asked Mom, and Mom said like since I was like 8 years old.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so Mom told me that, and she said that I always told her like that I wanted to be a veterinarian, and I remember still wanting to do that. But after high school, I went through a phase where like, whenever I was graduating towards the end, I was like I don't know why, but I got like really obsessed with. You're gonna laugh. I got really obsessed with like
30 Seconds to Mars.
No, I got really obsessed with Ohio State, and I was like, I really want to go there. That's the school I want to go to. And then like,
don't they have a big vet program too?
Yeah, that's like one of the top schools.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's really like,
we all wanted to go to Ohio State when we were younger.
But it's like a really hard school.
Shout out to the fam in Defiance, by the way.
It's like a really hard school to get into, obviously, but I guess like I realized too late. So like during the years, I did nothing to try to
go.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like literally like 2 weeks before graduation, I'm like researching everything that I need to do, you know?
Yeah.
Like a fucking dumbass.
2 weeks too late, you know? No, not 2 weeks too late, but 3 years too late, 4 years too late, whatever.
Yeah, so I literally remember being in the library with Nikki and Corey, and we were supposed to be in theater arts, and like we got like a hall pass, and I was like, I need to figure out what I want to do with my life, guys. Come with me. So they literally were like, okay, we'll go with you, and they went with me, but
they waited you to apply?
No,
she just was doing her research.
I needed to get all the information and basically like of course it's going to be cheaper if you're living in Ohio. If you're living out of state, it's going to be obviously much more expensive. But anyways, back to your question. So I knew whenever maybe 8 years old that I wanted to do that, and then whenever I got into the clinic,
that's also kind of going to answer my next question, but like, what year did you start working with animals? And like you said, you have been at 4 clinics, so how long have you been working with animals?
Just since 2016.
I started in...
Oh, she said that?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I started in 2016. What year what
you graduated
month?
2016.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's
No,
right.
what
that's
month
right.
did we graduate? I don't even remember. May?
It was something like that.
Okay, so it was like 3 weeks.
That was so long ago.
2 weeks, 3 weeks after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how long it was.
But when what do you know now about dogs?
Wait, I didn't finish my question.
Oh, okay, my bad.
So,
'Cause I heard a pause.
I was just taking a breath. So, you made me forget. What did you ask me?
It was what age you started?
Okay, yeah. So basically, I knew whenever I was maybe about 8 years old, and then whenever I got into the clinic, I still was like, I want to be a doctor. Like, I still want to do this, and I was seeing everything that the doctor was doing. But it wasn't until I saw my first surgery that I was like, okay, yeah, like I cannot fucking do this. Like,
what is it, like too much blood? Is it just sad to
no, it was a mass removal on a boxer.
A what?
A mass removal. So like
A tumor.
Yeah, pretty much like a tumor, a mass removal. And it was maybe like a 5-year-old boxer.
And it was like under anesthesia and stuff like that?
Yeah, it was surgery under anesthesia.
That was your first time being in the room with?
Yeah, I had to be in the room. But there was a technician like assisting the doctor and everything, but they had me in there just to watch, just to see how.
They were like, go get the receptionist.
No, I was a kennel technician already.
Okay. Go get her. She needs to see this.
Yeah, so basically, it just wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Like mentally, I was like, this is a way, like, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't, I guess like back then my mindset and like anyone's mindset when they think about someone that works at a clinic.
Not being like accustomed to it yet.
They're like, oh, you just get to see dogs all day and that's it, you know? But I think they don't understand like the mental aspect of it. Yeah. Like it's much deeper than just seeing dogs all day. Yeah. Like it really is.
So it's like, so you get to see like them like be put under anesthesia, like them kind of be like opened up. You get to see a lot more like gory things and like what you thought you were gonna see. Yeah, like you just we get to, you know, like for someone that you're talking about, maybe like other people that might be thinking this, like, oh, you get to just check their teeth and see what's wrong with their private part.
I get to go to work and play with dogs all day.
Yeah,
yeah, pretty much. So. I don't know. I guess like it just made me view it differently, and I was like, I just felt like I couldn't handle that.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, I remember going home and telling mom like I saw my first surgery, and
it made you want to step away from the field or what?
It did make me. I still told myself like I don't want to be a doctor, but I still want to be involved with animals. Yeah. Like I still want to work with them. I still want to help them in some way.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's whenever I was like, okay, like I'll be a veterinary technician. And I looked into schooling and everything, and the schooling and some places I haven't looked around fully, but like a couple of my friends went to Lone Star and like VTI, which is Vet Tech Institute, and a couple of them told me that total for it, like after they went and everything, it's like $50,000.
Jesus.
God damn.
Yeah, and then 3 of them like didn't even pass their test.
So they had to retake it?
They retook it twice and they didn't even pass it. So basically they're paying off that $50,000 and they're not getting their license at all.
Oh shit.
Yeah, school's a scam.
So, but, and even on my channel, like I had a few people comment like with my Q&A, like you have to look around, because I can't go to Pennsylvania and be like, oh, I'm going to be a veterinary technician. Like probably to them, my requirements and what I can do, I'm probably labeled as an assistant over there. But in the state of Texas, you do not need a license to practice as a veterinary technician.
That's cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So like other states have their own like veterinary laws.
Yeah. So like their own, yeah, exactly what you said. But like in the state of Texas, you do not have to have a license.
Or
so
like not veterinary law, but like maybe veterinary requirements or something like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn, that's crazy, dude. So you lucked out living in Texas.
So you're saying you could be a doctor
No.
Okay. I was like, what?
No, she just
Hell no.
you have to have a license to do that because she's operating on a dog and she doesn't have a license. Someone's like, who did this surgery on my dog? His fucking eyes and his butthole now. You know what I mean? Like, bro, what? Fuck, dude? I want to speak to this person. It's Marissa.
It's Dr. Guerra.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
like,
her.
do you have your license? No, I just wanted to try it. You know what I mean? But
what do you know now about dogs or any other animals that you didn't know before you started working as a vet technician?
Or like what are you more like I guess aware of now, and like the things that you look at now that you didn't look at before you worked in the field?
Probably health, and there's not one specific thing that I can like tackle. Mm-hmm. It's going to be like a few. So probably vaccines is the biggest. Puppies, especially, making sure that you are getting those vaccines on your puppies before you're walking them, taking them out in public places, because, they can easily get parvo, and people think that because they just got one set that their dog is good to go, but that's really not the case. Like, they're not fully protected yet.
What do you mean one set? One set of shots?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So
did you get the parvo shot?
Yeah, but
It's like rounds.
Yeah.
How many rounds are there?
Typically between
4.
Yeah.
Oh shit, for puppies. So
Yeah.
like as they grow older, like eat every how many months?
Three-
Is it?
Every 3 weeks.
Every 3 to 4 weeks. Okay, technician Matt.
Okay, gee.
I mean, how do you not know this? You got 3 dogs.
No shit, dude.
Well, I'm having her answer this because this is her field. But okay, so
Well, that's one thing. Spaying and neutering, if you're not going to be breeding, Matt Royal. If you're not
you
going to
remember what happened to Gotti? R.I.P. the goat.
If you're not going to be breeding your animals, it's really, really necessary to get them fixed due to testicular cancer and pyometrias. Lola.
But that doesn't mean every dog is going to get it, does it?
No, but eventually down the line it could happen, especially with females if they're not fixed and their uterus fills up with pus.
I just feel bad because I have an English bulldog, and that just, I don't know. I have a bad feeling about putting her under.
No.
I mean, how often do English bulldogs get put under?
Get English bulldog, yeah.
They get neutered or spayed.
Often.
Okay.
It's not regular thing.
Hey, if you don't decide a breeder, she's pretty much saying consider it. You should really consider it.
If you want to
You
prolong
too.
her life and make sure she
David.
lives a healthy life, then I suggest you spaying her. That's spaying, neutering, vaccines. What else? I guess just overall the general health, because obviously back then, like Mom and Dad, we got Gotti and Truffles. You know what I mean, dude?
Yeah.
We never
That's
ever
what I'm
took
saying.
them to the vet.
Yeah.
We never took
question
them
all
to
the
the
time.
vet.
Gotti lived 15 years. Not once did he get a vet visit. Probably twice in his life.
No, it was a little bit more after that, towards the end of his life.
Yeah, but you
15
didn't
years?
see the X-rays whenever I had to X-ray him.
She
Like-
said,
But I'm
yeah.
saying just the fact that he lived 15.
Oh no, yeah, I get
That's
it.
already like a expectancy.
Yeah, I mean I get it, but still.
Still, like a lot of it could have been prevented or slowed down, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like we would have had more time with him
Yeah.
had he been neutered, but because he wasn't, he got testicular cancer, and it literally spread throughout his whole chest. Like, you literally should have seen those X-rays; they were so bad.
Damn.
Can you So okay, overall general health that you kind of pay more attention to now that you.
I guess I'm more aware of it now.
Yeah, and you pay
And more diseases that are out there that I didn't even know that animals could get.
that you're aware of now.
Yeah.
Are you able? What's kennel cough when a dog coughs all the time? Right.
Not necessarily. So like they.
But is that
get
hard
it-
to get rid of? Can they die from that?
I don't know if they can die from it.
Can they develop something like else from it?
What do you mean, develop something else?
Like maybe
Like if they get kennel cough,
disease or
can they
something?
develop parvo after that?
Okay, not that,
No.
not that, but like, can they develop like another
Maybe if they've
sickness
had
or some
parvo
shit?
and they just weren't showing the signs and just got unlucky, you know?
Can they develop another sickness maybe, or no? It's just kind of kennel cough and they have to get over it, like pneumonia or something maybe.
Possibly, if it's really, really bad and they aspirate while they're coughing or something,
Mm-hmm.
then it can lead to that.
Okay.
So being in the field for 4 years, what is your favorite animal to work with? Because you'll be sending us some crazy shit. Can I post some of the crazy shit you'll be sending us? Or?
No, you cannot
Okay,
post
okay.
anything.
What about from your past job?
How do you even have anything? Everything I've sent y'all is on like Snapchat.
No, it's been old. I still have old messages of like dogs' faces falling apart and stuff like that.
From I'm saying
That was in like 2016.
That's what I'm saying.
I actually remember seeing that.
It's
picture.
pretty crazy stuff,
Do you remember
guys.
seeing that?
Can we can't post that?
No.
Okay, but
His whole
anyway,
fucking snout was like
dude, it was like
apart.
falling apart. Dude, she showed us some pretty gory things.
Okay, but
before.
what's
And
that?
No, you have to understand that. Like,
not now, but in the past, yeah. In the past, yeah.
What's your favorite animal to work with? Because you be sending us like some fucking.
I'm just a
crazy
dog
shit.
person. Like I just love dogs.
So, if they bring a bird in there, you're not like, because you be taking pictures with birds. And,
Yeah.
and
when
crocodiles.
have I ever took a picture with a bird?
Okay, but what about that
monkey.
monkey? What about that monkey? Did you get to hold it?
I did, but it was sad. It was dying.
Oh,
That's
shit.
Do people bring the monkey was dying?
That's sad.
Do people bring
Crocodiles?
something? Yeah, not crocodiles. Crocodiles, yeah. How about that?
I've never seen a crocodile.
Nobody brought in a crocodile.
Like a baby croc?
Never.
Snakes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for sure.
Snakes.
At the
snakes.
clinic that I'm at now, they're
They-
not exotic, but Michelle's clinic for sure. It's an exotic clinic.
Yeah, no, I've
So,
seen some crazy stuff there.
She sent me recently like some stuff.
Would you say, okay, so speaking of like, unfortunately passing, can you explain the first time that you had to put a dog down? Or not you, but you had to be in the room when they put a dog down.
Did it hit you?
Oh, yeah. So I remember this so vividly. They didn't even tell me that this was back at Animal Clinic of LaPorte. They did not even tell me that they were putting a dog down. And this was whenever I was basically getting moved up to assistant. So basically I was like kennel tech / assistant. So my technician was like, hey, I need you to go in that room for me. She didn't tell me anything. I don't know if it was because she didn't want to like freak me out or something, but she basically just told me, hey, I need you to go in that room. And I was just like, okay. So the doctor was in there already and I go in the room and then I like come to realize like what they're talking about and the owner's like crying and it was a Yorkie. I couldn't tell you why they were putting the dog down. I just know the dog was very, very old.
And what was it that like I guess the owner's reactions that was kind of getting you because you could empathize with them in a way like, man, like Truffles, Gotti, maybe Frankie.
Yeah, the owners were just...
Because I think at the time we
The
Frankie,
owners-
right? Or maybe, I don't know.
No, we didn't have Frankie yet.
Okay. Well,
The-
Gotti and Truffles.
Yeah, the owners were just very, very hysterical and they were crying. And I remember I was crying with the lady. And that was like my first ever euthanasia. And it was just really, really sad. And yeah. And I remember they came back
Did
like...
you cry with them?
I just said that.
Oh, shit. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I was crying with them.
I literally just looked down and I guess for a moment
Literally
I didn't
just
pay
said
attention.
that.
I was crying with the lady and her husband. They were probably like mom and dad's age. So I was crying with them and...
Was the dad crying too?
Yeah, he was tearing up.
Dang.
Those get me the worst.
When
The
men
fathers?
cry,
Like, oh,
when dads cry.
yeah. Especially the old man.
Oh yeah. So are you if you get in a room now with the dog that's being put down, does it hit you every time, or it's like, oh yeah, it's sad?
So me and my other coworker were just having a talk about this because I don't know. It's like the owner's moods rub off on me. So like if I go in there with an owner that is understanding and is like,
This needs to happen.
yeah, this needs to happen, and they're not upset about it, I'm okay. But like, it's like I feed off of people's emotions. So like, if I go in the room and they're fucking hysterical and like I'm trying to answer questions, I feel like I'm gonna cry. and I'm trying to ask them questions, and like, it's just hard for me to get through the questions because I think about our dogs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like.
No, I feel like I would definitely do that in those moments.
At Michelle's clinic, I don't know if it was because I saw how messed up this dog came in. Like, it was having seizures. It was in the car. Like, it was a boxer. And, like, this dog came in, and I put the owner in the room. It was so sad. And he kind of already knew, like, it was this dog's time to go. So I went to go get paperwork. and then I had to go back in the room to have him sign it. And I was literally sobbing. I'm like, you.
So you couldn't even get the question
No,
out?
I'm not even kidding.
Are the owners ever in the room when they put the dog down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have the option to do it, but it makes me sad.
You don't think you could do that?
I don't want to love my dog that much.
Damn.
Yo.
What?
That's horrible. You're one of the owners that I cry about, because I'm like, think about it. You literally raise this dog, they're attached to you, and then
Get them.
you're dying. Do you think your dog is going to leave you if you're dying?
Get them.
It's not that if I'm dying, I guess you don't have the intellect to understand why I'm dying.
They can
But if
feel
I
it.
understand why
feel
my
like they can
dog's
feel it.
dying, it's like that's you're old.
I feel like they can feel it. But like the thing is, you're with that dog every single day.
You just get attached.
You get attached to it, emotionally attached to it. You know, like when you're going through rough times, or maybe
Yeah,
like
no,
you're
I
grieving.
totally love my dog and I enjoy my dog, but I mean, I just
You
man,
you
dude.
don't feel like you can stay?
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
I'm not gonna.
Well, let me maybe ask you to clarify this. Are you saying that you don't want to get that attached to the dog because you don't want to be that upset when the dog passes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
okay.
that's the
There you
thing.
go. Yeah, there was no context behind that, so everyone thought you were just a.
Being an asshole.
Oh, because I just take care of them because I don't love them.
No, I mean you get what I'm saying, but now we understand that completely makes sense.
Now it makes us. We can go back to our normal.
So I remember we put our poodle down.
All right,
That shit fucked me up.
the poodle troubles.
Did you even stay in the room?
I did it for that, right? But Gotti, I couldn't do it, and so I didn't do it.
They're both hard.
That's one thing I regret, because that was my dog. That was my fucking dog.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that he died and I wasn't there,
to be there with them.
you know what I'm saying? He's probably like, "What the fuck's the matter?" This shit
Yeah,
fucked me up.
that was
now I do. If obviously my dogs are gonna go one day, I'm fucking there.
Yeah, I do. I remember when they passed, it was super like, it was rough, bro. I was like, dang, like it was just crazy because like when you leave there, you're never gonna see them again. It's just like the same way it is with people, like when grandma passed away or just anyone personally that's passed away. Like the fact that you're not gonna see them anymore, like that is the hardest thing to accept. Like when someone passes.
Yeah.
But go ahead. You said you had a question, David.
No, it was something about we were talking about earlier. I guess what you know now versus then about dogs is that if any dog just comes in right now and you pet it and whatnot, what are you looking at subconsciously? Something that you might not say, but what are you looking at? You're looking at their gums, or you looking at their paws, or
Their nails,
something like that.
anal glands.
I don't know. I guess that's kind of like.
Oh, anal glands is like a process.
Like so much when a dog, like if you go to somebody's house and their dog's walking a certain way or they
Yeah,
smell
like
a certain
you
way.
just see
yeah.
things
Off
just
top, are you like-
yeah, like
Are you judging that dog, or are you judging that person?
Like, are you pretty much giving it like
you
a
gotta judge
visual,
Like a
exam?
Like a
observation.
physical exam?
Yes.
A
Visual.
Like a
exam,
like a
yeah,
visual
just
exam.
No,
something
eye
off top that
observation.
you
I
can
guess-
see.
Oh my
Jeez.
god, bro! Jesus, I didn't even.
Hey, we want to know.
I guess like I only am if the dog is acting weird or like isn't acting normal to me or is
But like,
presenting signs of weird
So
shit.
that's the only time that you would actually like go into depth on what you're really looking at.
yeah.
Other than
I
that,
do-
you're just gonna pet it and let it go.
Yeah.
I do feel like since you've been in the field and Mitch has been in the field, I feel like there's things that I notice now, that I pay attention to that her and you have kind of like taught me to keep an eye on, stuff like that. Like whether a dog is like dragging his leg or not, and like signs of hip dysplasia, you know what I mean? Like small things like that, you know what I mean? Or like the gums. Like I remember when Troubles passed, like
Her gums white.
her
Spots on the tongue.
No,
it
her
was
mouth-
tongue. It was her tongue was like blue or purple.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because she was going in for just a checkup, but
Yeah.
whenever we brought her in, she was basically in congestive heart failure.
Yeah.
The medication that I had her on, I knew that it wasn't going to save her life, but it was basically going to give us a little bit more time with her. And whenever we brought her in, I remember Mikey brought her in for a recheck. Mikey and Michelle did. And whenever I brought her in, I didn't even notice it. Like, I just took her in to go show my doctor, like, hey, my dog's here, and one of the technicians was freaking out and was like, "Oh my God, her mouth is blue!" Like, and I didn't even realize it. Like,
I guess it might have been the lighting in the room because I also remember like us not noticing.
But I remember she was like panting really, really bad,
bro. It was
like,
bad, and that's.
But she would do that normally, so
yeah, it was a normal thing for her at the time. But I do remember like you said, like that's something that I've noticed or and shit like that. So like when a dog's panting or whatever, like I know just because a dog is panting doesn't necessarily mean that it's going, you know, like it's gonna die from suffocation or anything like that, or asphyxiation. What'd you say?
Heart failure?
No, asphyxiation or something like that.
I didn't say that.
It's another word for suffocation, but
Is it?
yeah, but there's not
You're alone.
But there's not a whatchamacallit. Like that was something that I pay attention to now, you know, just like just looking at his mouth and stuff like that. But what would you say the craziest thing is that you've seen so far from being in there? I feel like you can at least describe these things, but you can't like show them. So what would you say the craziest thing that you've seen like
with an owner or with the pet?
Let's say both instances. Let's do a pet first. Like swallowed something that they weren't supposed to.
Perfect example.
Yeah.
So,
but not just swallowing. Like just think about anything. Okay. Go ahead.
There was like it was a maybe 4-month-old Boston Terrier, and you know those like rawhide bones that you get
from like the.
You can even get them from like Dollar General.
Yeah.
They
look. Yeah.
Okay, those bones are not good. Like, and I always tell people don't get those bones because they.
What about pig ears?
I wouldn't.
It's cartilage.
Pig ears like what, from the store?
From like PetSmart.
I don't know. I just wouldn't.
It's not rawhide.
I don't know. I just personally wouldn't give my dogs those. It causes like a lot of GI issues.
What is GI?
Like diarrhea.
Interesting.
What else?
Just upset stomach issues.
This is rawhide too?
Yeah, but basically those rawhides, it doesn't break down like whenever they swallow it. Like,
so they can be like they can swallow a piece whole and it can like come out the same way, kind of.
Yeah, I guess you can say that. So basically, this like 4-month-old Boston Terrier was playing with kind of a big one at home, and the owners brought it in, and the whole bone got stuck in the dog's throat, and they were trying to get it out. And they brought it in, and we were doing CPR on the dog, and we couldn't get the bone out, and the dog died.
Are you serious?
Holy fuck.
When was this?
This was in like 2020.
Did you feel sorry about this at all, or like did this break you down and make you cry?
I mean, it upset me, but like whenever you're in that moment, I guess like.
But you being in that moment plenty of times, like you kind of.
Yeah, you kind of have to learn, and this isn't like saying. How do I say it? This isn't. You just kind of have to learn when to shut your
emotions off.
Yeah, kind of switch your emotions.
And kind of just go into like dog saving mode.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah,
that's crazy, dude.
And I mean, the owners, I feel like the owners kind of already knew because they brought the dog in, and like the dog like literally had like the lowest pulse.
Oh my God, that's so sad.
And we couldn't get we could not get the bone out. It was like lodged in the throat.
Just think about how hard that fucking car drive, that car drive might have been. Oh, yeah. Like the entire, like every second that goes by, you're literally like, that's seconds wasted. That's got to be like the most frustrating shit ever. So yeah, FYI, what are those bones called?
They're just rawhide bones.
Yeah, don't get your dogs rawhide bones because
I'm sure you can post a picture.
you can post a picture to let the people know. Look, yeah, there you go. That right there.
And like, I don't know if you've noticed, but like, because we used to get them for Gotti, but whenever you chew on them, you can tell like they just get flat and soggy. Yeah, like they don't break apart.
Yeah.
Like it's hard.
We used to do like that's exactly like a perfect example. Like before you even started going into the field or whatever, like just the shit that we did with Gotti and Truffles, like we were not aware of anything. Like literally, you being in the field has literally made us all aware of like shit that we didn't know before.
Yeah.
So huge thanks to you, by the way, and shout outs on well, maybe not no more, but Mitch has the discounts now for my dog. So yeah, shout out to the discounts when you do work there. But
so this might be a vet's favorite question.
Oh wait, I didn't even finish telling y'all. So basically, one of the technicians that I work with, this goes back to euthanasias because we were just talking about it yesterday. She was telling me that one of her euthanasias at the clinic that I'm at, She was literally crying all day because it affected her so badly that my doctor sent her home for the day.
Damn.
Not rudely, but like just told her like,
100%.
hey, like, you know,
We get it. It
like,
was kind of hard.
It was kind of hard for you, so just go home and get your thoughts together.
Can you explain what it was that struck such a nerve with her, or?
She told me that it was just how the pet came in, like so distraught, and you see it happening, and then you see the owners how upset they are, and it's last minute. It's so like they're not expecting to go in there and leave without the pet, you know?
Yeah. Damn, that's rough as hell.
So she just said that it was like really upsetting.
Wow.
I feel like I should have never got a dog.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, what? No.
No, don't think that.
There's talk about death.
Well, there's a quote I seen, all right, and it's dogs. I might be saying it wrong, but it's that dogs aren't here forever, so give them their best life or something like that, right?
Yeah, that's fact.
Have y'all ever seen All Dogs Go to Heaven?
Dude, I literally watched like, I'm not kidding. I watched like 3 minutes of it and I was fucking crying.
All Dogs Go to Heaven?
Oh wait, I'm thinking of A Dog's Purpose.
Yes, A Dog's Purpose. That's an even better movie.
No, dude. All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Is that what Channing Tatum?
All Dogs Go to Heaven is so deep, dude.
I've actually never seen All Dogs Go to Heaven.
That's like a VCR movie right there.
Yeah, but I mean the whole like message and the plot and the moral and all that shit. I mean, it's deeper than dogs itself.
Did you actually know that the little girl that plays that, her dad killed her?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Purpose dog movie?
Yeah, he like
A Dog's Purpose?
Yeah. No,
All Dogs Go to Heaven.
He
dad
like
killed her.
Yeah, he like shot her. He went.
And she was a kid, right?
He went crazy or something.
Yeah, he
right?
went crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, what? How did he go crazy?
The movie's deep.
I don't know.
It's
That's what
even
I'm trying to
deeper
say,
now,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, I just seen it on TikTok.
Holy crap! What the fuck?
She was like
Trying to tell you.
How old was
Yeah,
she?
I think he killed the wife.
like 7. He
7,
killed the
8,
wife
9.
and the daughter.
Bro, what the fuck? Oh my god.
She had a few other roles, but he killed her.
so
That is
crazy.
insane.
Did
That
he-
makes
did
that
he kill
movie
himself?
even
I
think
fucking
he killed
sadder.
himself.
I haven't seen that movie, but like that's gonna make that movie 100 times sadder now that I know that when I do watch it. But I remember the quote now. It is the dogs aren't gonna be here for the rest of your life, but you're gonna be here for the rest of their life.
True facts.
So like that's a deep ass quote. So give your dog the best life ever. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
So this might be a vet's favorite question.
Ooh.
Are feed store shots the same as clinic shots?
No, I think I sent you a TikTok.
What is a feed store shot?
So you can literally go into like your local feed store and you can get vaccines off the shelf.
What's a
And-
feed store?
Yeah, what is a feed? Like a PetSmart?
No, a feed store like where you go and get like
Medicine?
I guess like it's,
I ain't never been to the feed store, but I
they
know
have
that-
one literally on Spencer in front of the big church.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I guess where they sell like hay and stuff like that. I guess for like it's kind of like a
Like
tractor
knockoff
supply
shit.
co.
Okay.
Oh,
It's literally like a tractor supply.
Okay.
But they sell vaccines, and they're literally are like in Ziploc baggies. They're
just full of medicines.
no, it's just 2 vaccines.
Oh,
Well, it's 1 vaccine, and it's like a 6-in-1 distemper vaccine. And some breeders, like backyard breeders, they'll give this vaccine to the pets and charge more because they're giving the vaccine themselves. But this vaccine does not cover the pet. Like they'll say like your pet's good, like your pet is not going to get parvo. Like all you have to do is go get the rabies shot. But like,
And how much is those feed shots?
Like $20.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know the price.
Yeah, she doesn't know.
It's like $20.
He
I
might
don't
know.
We've never been.
But anyways, they have to be stored in the refrigerator and they have to be stored at a certain temperature.
But they just keep them in Ziploc baggies?
Yeah, they're hot.
Oh, what the hell? Hell no, dude.
Yeah. And yeah, I just sent Matt a TikTok. Some girl from Houston, like she breeds Frenchies, and she was giving a Frenchie a vaccine, and on the hashtag on the thing, she was like vet tech, blah blah. I was like, this bitch is not a vet tech.
Oh gosh.
Oh, hell
She
no.
looked like she was in some ghetto ass apartment.
Well, shit. Speaking of people, how do you deal with?
Wait, I didn't finish. Basically, the doctors don't count the feed store vaccine. So if you come in with Logan and you're like, oh, I'm just coming in for the rabies vaccine and I got 5 feed store vaccines, so he's good to go, I just need the rabies. They're going to offer you the other vaccines and they're going to let you know, like,
the feed store vaccines aren't probably going to
not going to cover him. He's still eligible basically to get parvo.
Do they take in consideration what exactly you gave them from the feed store? Because wouldn't that react with the medicine that they might give them?
No, it doesn't. I've had several like owners get worried because like, oh, well, this dog just got the vaccine 2 weeks ago. Like, is it going to affect anything? Like, no, it generally doesn't. Like, them getting an extra December parvo shot isn't going to hurt them.
Because whatever they got from the feed store might not be legit compared to what they're
Might not
actually
even be medicine at all.
I don't know if that's like the science behind it, but I just know from what my doctors have told me, like, that it
won't affect them.
Yeah, and I've seen it. Like, we've done it before. It doesn't affect them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. So don't go spend $60 on a feed store shot, people.
Yeah.
Get your actual
or
vaccines
like if you're
from
going
actual
through
clinics.
If you're going through a breeder, like the number one thing I tell people is make sure, because we have people that come in, they literally spend $7,000 on these French bulldogs. And I'm like, and they're like, oh yeah, they already came vaccinated. And I'm like, okay, well, make sure that you have proof of vaccines from an actual veterinarian. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that it wasn't
a feed store vaccine.
Yeah.
Like,
damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I did not know that. But I mean, not that I would have gone that way anyway, because I have someone that is in the field or whatever, you know, that I can know that from. But that's just insane.
did Lola's breeder do feed store vaccines?
I think so.
The same throwing shout outs to in the last episode.
He did feed store vaccines?
I think so. I gotta look that out.
Yeah, you got to boot that.
Are you sure?
You just did that in the last episode.
And how much did you spend for Lola?
A lot.
I mean, it's not like it matters, but I mean, it does matter. But I mean, you got her fully vaccinated anyways.
Yeah, you did put her on a puppy plan after that.
Yeah.
So it's not like that. It's not like it matters. That makes sense.
Because basically
I was about to be like, did you really just go along with that? But I forgot you put her on a puppy plan.
basically they went ahead and vaccinated her, and
She already got
Yeah. So exactly like the question you just asked.
Yeah, they seen that those feed store vaccines don't count, and they revaccinated her.
Yeah.
So
So shout out
Put that out.
no, a shout out to the Deer Park Clinic.
Yeah. So how do you deal with Karens? Because you've told us some stories.
how many stories have I told y'all?
I've told us a lot, and I've heard my
And
own
every
from
time
Mitch.
you cried.
That was only one time. That was only one time that I cried.
Someone made you cry?
Dude, this lady was crazy.
Did you tell your dad about it?
I'm sure she told everyone.
I put it in a group message.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know. This lady, like, needed to be on medication. Like, dead ass.
More than the dog.
Well, I think, I'm not even, like, trying to be funny, but, like, you know those people, like, that have to be on oxygen tanks? Mm-hmm. I literally think she needed to be on oxygen tank because she told me. So I think that she was literally lacking brain cells to her brain. Is that a thing?
For oxygen?
Yeah.
You can lose brain cells.
Yeah, I feel like
For the lack of oxygen. Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't know,
We're not
but-
scientists. We don't. I don't.
I was
basically, let me tell you what happened.
You're on what?
I was on oxygen.
Oh,
So
42
basically,
liters.
42 liters?
That's a shitload. All right, Mom, sorry. Go.
basically she came in, she got a cat from one of the shelters in the Houston area. So she came in and she was talking to me about things and concerns that she had. So my job as a technician, I'm not the doctor. So I cannot tell you or diagnose anything. I'm not the doctor. I can get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
So if Mikey comes in with his cat or his dog and is like, hey, I think my dog has ringworm, and I go and
We'll
look
never
at,
get a cat.
I'm just saying, and I go and look at his dog and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a ringworm. Like I can get in fucking trouble for that because I'm not a doctor. I don't, you know,
shit.
like I can't do that. So this lady was asking me, I basically went in the room to get the history to go relay it to the doctor and then bring the doctor in there so I can help the doctor hold and do everything that we needed to do. So I'm getting the history, and I'm gonna be really honest with you. I feel like I know more about dogs than I do cats. Like dogs are just like my
you have more
strongest. Dogs are just my strongest. Points.
I hate cats.
I love cats, but I just prefer dogs.
Some are sweet.
So she basically was asking me all these questions and stuff, and like it's really, really hard for me to age cats. Like it's really hard for me. So she was asking me how old I thought the cat was. And I told her, I'm unsure of that, but we can ask the doctor. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to tell you the wrong thing.
To get a professional opinion.
You're going to get the doctor's opinion. So she was just like making like snarky remarks at me, like, oh, do you even know your job? Like everything I'm asking you, you're saying we have to ask the doctor. And I'm like...
Did you explain that to her, that you couldn't give a diet?
So it's a legal reason why I can't tell you stuff.
Yeah, I'm just like not really good with like...
talking to people
in that no, like you're not really good with like
in the moment
explaining stuff like that.
Yeah, so like everything she was saying, I was literally just ignoring it and just like brushing it off and like asking her questions. And then like she had asked me something about I don't know, like flea prevention. The cat was old enough to get on flea prevention. I know that for sure. It weighed over like 5 pounds, and I told her that. And then she would just kept making remarks, and like sometimes I feel like I'm pressured and like I have to stay in rooms if I get put in uncomfortable situations, and I don't have to do that. Like I don't have to do that. At my last clinic, Michelle's clinic, they kind of made us put up with that. Like, well, this is my clinic and kind of thing.
Oh, hell no.
But like at my clinic now, my doctor's like, no, like if you don't have to put up with that. Walk out of the room and come and get someone else, or tell them nicely, like, hey, you know what I mean? Like,
that's kind of cool.
Respectfully tell them something, you know? So I don't know, dude. I'm not even kidding. Like, she was just like possessed, and like, I had one of the other technicians, Emily, come in to help me get a temperature. So this lady's already being crazy with me in the room. Emily walks in and is like, hey, do you need help? And then,
you're like, yes, come get her.
No, dude, she literally looks at Emily and she's like, who are you? Like as soon as
Did you start laughing or no?
No, I was just like, and Emily still didn't introduce herself. And I'm just like, this is Emily, this is my technician. And I told her, like, every patient that goes in there, we have to have a temperature. Like, it's for legal reasons. Anyone can come back and sue us if we don't have any vitals. Like, we can get in trouble for that. Everything has to be documented. Like, it's literally like a human hospital. It doesn't matter if it's animals. Like, any patient that goes in there, we have to have vitals. It has to be recorded. It has to be documented. So I told the owner, like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get a temperature. It is rectal, because some people don't know that it's rectal. This lady...
What is rectal?
I have to put lube on it, and I have to put it up the anus.
Okay.
Rectal.
What is anus?
Okay, calm down now.
So, yeah, this lady just started like screaming and was like, you are not checking my cat's temperature. Like, was going off saying that her cat did not have a fever.
Was it a boy cat or a girl cat?
It doesn't matter. It has the same butthole.
It does matter. Was it a boy or girl?
I didn't pay attention.
And I think they're kind of hard to determine.
Yeah, it was really, really little. So like, it was hard. I would have had to look, and I didn't look. But yeah, so long story short, she basically just went off on me, and then I told her, like, okay, well, I'm gonna go get the doctor. I'm gonna go get with the doctor, and I'm gonna come back in. And I'm not even kidding, dude. She looked like the devil when she looked into my eyes. I'm not kidding. I literally went home and had a nightmare about her.
What?
Oh my God.
No, I just think you thought about it too hard.
No, dude, I'm not kidding. So basically, she was like, you're gonna go get the doctor, and you're gonna come in here right now. Like, and I'm not kidding, dude. It was like she
in a dream or like for real?
No, for real, in real life. It was like literally, she like bucked up to me, and we were literally like this, and she was like, and I was just so caught off guard because I'm like, and I literally walked out of the room, and I just immediately, I was so fucking pissed.
You're like, dude, get out of your cat food, bro. What are you? Your cat's food. What are you doing, dude?
For real, she was on fucking something. I don't fucking know.
Fuck out of her.
Missa.
She was on cat food.
Wait,
and it was
let me finish.
It was wet cat food.
Okay, so I walked out of the room and I was so fucking pissed. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I cannot believe that just happened. That has never happened to me before. I've never dealt with something like that.
I bet it was hard as fuck to keep your composure.
It was, Mike, you know exactly how I am.
Yeah, no, 100%. Dude.
So
100%. She's probably like,
I'm not going to fight an old ass lady, but
who needs oxygen? You know what I mean? And who's possibly eating cat food.
anyways, I literally just like immediately started crying, and I was so fucking upset. And I told, I took the file up front, and I told the receptionist, like, I literally was crying so bad. And I went up front. I was like, I'm not going back into this room. I'm not fucking dealing with this lady shit. And they were like freaking out, and they were like, what's going on? What's going on?
Was Emily in there with you when that happened?
Yeah, Emily was.
So she stayed and you left her behind in the room?
Emily walked out after I walked out.
Oh, so okay, good. So everyone,
and then we have a doctor that like does not put up with that. So that was the doctor that she was supposed to see.
And did he hear about that right away?
It was a female doctor, and that female doctor, she's
woke.
That female doctor.
Did she hear about that right away?
She was taking care of an emergency, but whenever I went back there and was crying, she couldn't leave her emergency. So and the other female doctor had to see the patient. And my doctor, the one that was originally supposed to see it, she was so fucking pissed. She's like, she's so lucky that I did not go in that room, because I would have told her to get her shit and fucking leave.
Damn.
Like, she does not play with anyone coming in and being disrespectful.
Yeah, 100%. Because I mean, obviously y'all are doing them the courtesy,
well, this
and
lady,
they're paying for it, but
well, basically, long story short, like, she's just caused so much shit. So like, we fired her as a client. Like, she cannot come back.
Wow.
And she's like called our clinic and harassed us over and over, saying that she's like gonna call the news on us. And
the lady that went in there with the cat?
Yeah. The lady that made me cry.
Oh.
She said that she's like gonna
damn,
call the news and say that we
report y'all or whatever.
Yeah, report us for being like a certain way, and she's gonna have the media outside our hospital.
That's so dumb.
And dude, we literally got her history. She's been fired from like 7 other clinics in the area because of the way that she is.
That is crazy as hell.
How'd y'all find that out?
Because we had to call to get vaccine history. And they were laughing, and they were like, good luck.
Oh, so they already knew the deal.
Yeah, and they sent us everything. And
she needs oxygen and eats cat food.
But I don't know. To be honest, like, I don't really know how I deal with Karens. That was a really good example for...
That was Queen Karen right there, I'll tell you that much.
That was a really good example for if I have another crazy person, I'm just going to let them know, like, hey, I'm going to be right back, and I'm going to go get someone else that can help you better than I can or something. You know what I mean?
Like how to deal with it?
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Because in that moment, it was like a lot for you, and you never been like...
I've never been put in a situation like that with anyone, because most of the people that we deal with, they're pretty laid back. They come in, you know?
Yeah. That's crazy as hell.
I've never dealt with someone like that.
What gets more savage, cats or dogs?
What do you mean?
And you got to go in there and you got to hold an animal down.
Oh,
put in the choke.
Well, I don't know.
And I mean, you ever had to hold a cat down and someone fucking let it go, and this cat just starts fucking,
dude, yes,
attacking, dude, and
not attacking, but like jumping on, like literally jumping on the walls
and just knocking everything over and just fucking shit up, dude.
That is crazy.
But we're like pretty smart with it. If we know a cat's gonna be like fractious, we go into like an enclosed area and we shut the door.
Dude, they have things I didn't know that existed, but they have things such as like it's like a cat trap. And they literally like go into it. It's almost like a foldable chair type deal.
I seen that on TikTok, right?
And they close it on the cat, and the cat just like, like just gets like caught up like that. Like it's crazy.
I've seen that.
It's a best. I've never had a cat, but if I ever did have a cat and this motherfucker wasn't listening, I'm getting that fucking cat trap all day, bro.
But that's not necessarily to like keep the cat in it. It's like if you're trying to catch the cat.
If you're trying to catch the cat and like take it into another place or whatever, like you said, an enclosed area.
Yeah.
But wow, that's
I guess it can go both ways, dogs and cats, because we have really crazy dogs, and like if they get really fucking scared, dude, like if we're trying to hold them down or something, they start like pissing and shitting and like
damn.
They get like
that's worse than a cat, dude. What the fuck?
Okay, I'm gonna ask like one more question. But have you ever had to put a cat or a dog under anesthesia? Like, in order to, I guess, like, give it a vaccine or give it something
all
else?
the time.
For real?
All the time.
That's crazy.
Even for nail trims. Like, if we can't do the nail trims because they're so crazy, we tell them, like, hey, you need to come back and schedule this because we're going to have to sedate your pet. We can't even touch your dog, or we can't even touch your cat.
Damn. And do you think that's just because, like, they don't often, Like, do you think that just depends on the dog's personality, or just because they don't like constantly like maybe mess with the pet as far as like, because like what I've done to Logan and all the other dogs that I've had since they were puppies is I've always messed with the paw. You know, like kind of just play with the paw and I'll mess with the ear and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And when they go to the vet now, they have no problems doing that sometimes.
I mean, I guess it could go both ways. A lot of it has to do with, think of it as like raising a kid. You have a bad kid and you let it get its way 24/7, and then you bring it somewhere and you're trying to tell that kid what to do and it doesn't fucking want to listen.
Yeah.
So think of it that way. Like, we have some situations like that, or we have some situations where these pets are literally just fucking scared. They know what we're gonna do to them, you know?
Yeah.
So and then you have those people that literally, like you're saying, like they do everything they can with their pets. They touch the paws, like they do all that. But they're just still not used to it.
That's crazy.
So it's just kind of a mixture of everything.
Damn, that's crazy as hell. So that's what kind of it is like in a life of a veterinary technician.
Yes, sir.
Do you ever feel like stressed out?
Yeah, I think so. Like, our vet tech week is whenever they do nice things for us. They appreciate us for like a week because of how crazy the field and everything is. We have a week where they do things for us, and I feel like
That's pretty cool.
that week was supposed to be like my week where I was supposed to not be stress free, but for some reason this year it was like the worst fucking week for me. Like, mentally, I was just like crying every day at work because of everything that was going on, everything that I was seeing. I had like 3 euthanasias
Dang,
that hit me really hard, and you know I'm a crybaby.
A big one.
Big baby.
I'm just really, really emotional.
Yeah, I mean, but
For no reason.
But that is understandable though. I feel like if I had to like do a euthanasia, I would like. Mitch has already told me stories where she's had to do euthanasia. She's cried because just like you said, the owner's reactions and just like
It's hard.
like you. I think at one point you said something about the owner was like, or maybe this might have been Mitch, but the owner was like, "Please don't let my dog die," or
fuck.
Oh my god!
like he
no.
Okay, that was Mitch.
I literally would have cried.
She went into the back and right before, because he just took her in for something and he was worried. She was old and they were like,
That was definitely Mitch.
Yeah, she might have to put her down or whatever. And she goes, the guy had that. It was a lab he had for a while, and I think she said the guy was a little bit older, and he was like, please don't let my dog die. And they had to put the dog down that same day.
Damn.
Dang, that's freaking sad.
So yeah, man, it sounds like y'all like just veterinary technicians go through a lot. I can't even imagine what the hell the doctors go through.
From what I found out, my doctors actually told me that veterinary medicine, not even human medicine, but veterinary medicine with doctors, it's the highest suicide rate.
Hold on. That being said, are there vet people taking pet medicine?
No,
like doctors in veterinary medicine killing themselves.
No, I know, but he was asking a question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Doctors are killing themselves?
Yeah, that's what she just said.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
They have, yes, she said veterinary.
Veterinary medicine for doctors, it's the highest suicide rate, not like the human field. It's probably veterinary medicine first and then maybe the human field.
That's crazy.
I can't process that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Are the doctors killing themselves?
Yes,
doctors.
That's what she's saying.
Veterinarians killing themselves.
Yeah.
Because all the fucked up shit they're seeing?
Yeah, fucked up shit. Like they're in debt. They're not getting paid enough.
Yeah, because at school, like she said, $50,000.
Oh, do you think, does it go to the teachers? Because I don't think they're getting paid enough. There are a lot of teachers killing themselves.
Yeah, teachers don't get paid.
That's not even your field, but shit, dude. They're getting...
Teachers don't get paid shit.
They're killing themselves because they don't get paid enough?
I mean, not necessarily
it's an accumulative of a bunch of different things of going on in their life and being in debt.
Yeah, being in
seeing all
debt.
the dogs. Like it's just a bunch of different things.
Yeah, like they're not saving patients, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like if they had enough, like if they had so many euthanasias in a week, like you said, like it's probably like hard on them.
Yeah, it's just like it's a very, very hard field.
That's crazy.
I didn't even
and it already sounds like, bro, just like.
That's honestly why I started my YouTube channel, because like I wanted people to see,
and we'll add that in here too.
Yeah, I'll add that.
I wanted people to see like
What a day of the life for a veterinary technician is.
Yeah, and I wanted them to see like exactly what we do and everything, like, because it's just a big misconception about like, oh, y'all literally just play with dogs all day. Like that's literally all that I hear, but that's not what it is.
Yeah, I don't understand how anybody could have that conception.
Me either.
Well,
That's crazy.
There's owners out there eating cat food, dude, and low on oxygen. So, but all right. Thank you for coming and talking with us. We really do appreciate it. Honestly, I was kind of very excited to
Thank you.
do this because
this is like our deepest episode, huh?
Yeah, 100%. This is a really deep one, and I feel like I got everything I wanted out of this and more, to be honest. And like I said, just thank you for your time. I do appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, you gotta come back on just to chop it up with us.
Yeah, seriously, just to talk about life, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
we need to have Michelle come on here next time so we can compare our stories.
I'm not that would be cool.
I thought she was gonna be here.
No, you'd have to convince her to do that. She doesn't want to be on camera. But with that being said,
I didn't want to be on camera.
Thank y'all to the people who tuned in and watched this episode. We do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, please. And share. Correct.
I'm gonna put my sister's YouTube channel in the description if y'all want to check that out. It's actually pretty interesting shit. So
yeah, 100%.
Definitely go check that out.
And last but not least,
what are you gonna start posting on there again?
I just recorded Chucky's neuter.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
But I have to.
That just happened today, right?
Yeah, but I have to edit it and everything, so I probably won't put it up until this weekend.
Okay.
But all my videos are, which I'm pretty surprised because I haven't been as active. But like,
well,
let me take a look really quick.
People are like, people are into it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I want to say.
How many subs do you have?
I think like 300 something.
Oh shit!
Damn, we in competition, bro.
We're coming up. We're at
370.
Oh, nice.
Shit. Yeah, we got like 228.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're up there.
We're coming up.
The most viewed video
surely but slowly
that I have is 16K views.
God,
that's
dang.
nice, bro.
So 16,
awesome.
16K, 5K, 3.4K, 2.4K, 1.3K.
Dude, I'm telling you, vet med is a thing that people are interested in.
1K.
People are dog lovers nowadays, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess maybe always been, but now you can post things on the internet and do shit like this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Before I wrap it up, I will say that don't forget to text a person that you probably think about that you ain't fuck with in a while. You know, your mom, your dad, your sister, your cousin, boyfriend, girlfriend.
Your side piece?
Sure, why not? Side pieces as well. But yeah.
No, I thought that's what you were going to say.
no, you kind of fucked it all up. But yeah, that being said, don't forget to text the people that mean a lot to you, man. Let them know that you hope you're doing well, that you hope they're doing well, and that, they have a good Christmas as well.
Yeah, if you have any dreams, goals, and ambitions, man, don't fucking give up. Let this be the message. Let this be the sign. You looking for a sign? This is it. Right now. Work for yourself. You have anything you want to add to that, Marissa? Any words of motivation?
No, I don't think so. Not at this time.
Just take care of your dogs and get the vaccines routinely, like she said.
Yeah, stay on top of your pet's health. Don't listen to these backyard breeders. I think that's really it.
Okay. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all in the next one.
Yes, sir. Y'all take care, guys.